Netanyahu, and this is the impact of poverty on students. Starting off with the background, what is poverty? Poverty is a very broad idea. It is defined in terms that are either minimal or more extreme depending on who the person is and what their situation is, and it relates to the economic status, money available for food, shelter, clothing, etc. Many people experience poverty. Around 46 to 47 million Americans experience it, with around 15 million being children. This is about a third of the total amount. It affects students in many ways, including the inability to focus from home life, to pay as much money for things like food and supplies, and it is very mentally draining. Looking into the effects of poverty. Theory suggests that cognitive outcomes that affect children are mainly through parental behaviors. Students in poverty are more likely to drop out, fail, or not complete high school on time. Author Kelly Taylor of the source Poverty's Long-Lasting Effects on Students' Education and Their Success mentions in her source that those in poverty are 5 times more likely to drop out and 13 times more likely to not complete it on time. The child tax credit debate is one of those that is up in the air. In March of 2021, President Joe Biden signed a bill into law that would increase child tax credit for 1 year to help with the financial struggle of people. Low and middle income families with children will receive a yearly total of $3,000 per child age 6 to 17 and $3,600 per child under 6. This would help to drastically reduce child poverty, especially when it comes to racial groups. The Universal School Meals is another debate that is up in the air. The Universal School Meals Program of 2021 was introduced to amend the Child Nutrition Act of 1966, as well as the Richard B. Russell National School Lunch Act, in order to serve breakfast and lunch meals to children for free in school with no debt or charges. This would help with students in poverty, allowing for them to be given meals throughout the day. In history, school lunches and breakfasts have been known to be affordable for students. However, those in poverty do have trouble doing this, have trouble getting them. So this act would definitely help with that. The viewpoints on the child tax credit debate. On the for side, we have that several studies were done on the long-term effects of receiving child tax credit on their adult outcomes, including the improvement of emotional and behavioral health, as well as their general health, the parent relationships, and allowing them to graduate on time and be employed with a good paying and supportive job. Many plans relate to this one, including Mitt Romney's plan, which was very related to this one. However, it was with a higher allowance for children along with other benefits, as well as Melissa Kearney's plan, which was the Social Security for kids, which would help to give them money and allow them to afford things to live comfortably. On the against side, we have Scott Winship of American Enterprise Institutes, claiming that child allowance advocates assume that point-in-time poverty is all that matters. But if their preferred policy incentivizes more behavior that impedes intergenerational mobility, they will have won a battle while losing the long-term war on poverty. He feels that the child tax credit will do a setback rather than helping them move forward long-term. The viewpoints on this universal school meals debate. On the for side, we have that during the COVID-19 pandemic, the number of children in school who were low on food went from 5 to 12 million. So allowing for free or reduced meals would very much help with this number. The Black Panther Party in 1969 was when a group decided to serve free breakfast to thousands of Black students that weren't getting meals, as well as the Right to Lunch movement in the late 1960s to the early 1970s, which was created due to the experiences of expensive meal prices and uncleanliness. For example, parents asked for plastic utensils one time to be instead of regular ones because the regular ones were not being washed, so it was very uncleanliness. On the against side, we have the Waukesha School Board of Wisconsin, which decided against free and reduced lunches with the worry of children becoming spoiled. My perspective on the topic is that I do feel that poverty does drastically affect students and their ability to learn. The child poverty rate in the United States is higher than in most similarly developed countries, making child poverty one of America's most pressing social patterns. Poverty is a huge issue for students not only in the United States, but also for all around the world. It affects them physically, mentally, and emotionally, which can affect them in school. Making changes, such as free or reduced lunches in school, can be greatly beneficial. Helping this allows students to learn and be successful no matter what their financial situation may be. Thank you for watching.